Could you hear me when the door was open?
No, I can only hear us. That's it, nothing else.
Oh, poor Benjamin. There'd be nothing worse, really, that you finish nominating and the door's open and your fly's undone. Awesome. Now, I think Big Brother has gone a little bit easy on everybody too tonight because it is their first nominations. I think he will get tougher as the evictions wear on. Now, the boys have all finished nominating, so which of the girls are their favourites? Let's have a look at the tally board. We can see that Shanae is right up there in terms of points, and then Layla behind Shanae, Angie and Stacey, both in the red zone, but all of the girls have been nominated at this point. I'm going to cross live now and have a chat with the boys, and remember, they can't know what we're thinking about them, so let's all keep nice and quiet. You ready?
And I was like,
Sonia!
hey!
Gentlemen.
Hello, lovely lady. Hello.
Oh, dear me. You've all finished nominating now. Don't tell me who you've nominated and don't tell each other. But Josh, I wanted to ask you, what was it like going into the chamber?
Frightening. Really frightening. It was the scariest thing I've ever had to do, I think.
And nominating in front of all the girls?
Yeah, that was the worst part. I'm glad they couldn't actually see your face, but it was, well, they really could in the reflection, but, you know, we weren't facing them, so it wasn't that bad, but, yeah, I didn't enjoy it, that's for sure.
Ray, you had a good method of dealing with that, didn't you?
Yeah, I was pretty anxious and nervous. I kept forgetting people's names and I'm looking in the mirror trying to work out, what's her name? I got there in the end. You did get there. Well done, boys. Now, the girls did lose the secret task, but they are about to nominate themselves, so they're starting now. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks,
All
Sonia.
right.
See you soon. Bye. Bye.
Yeah, I did both Sonia.
that was the best thing for me.
pretty late
I managed to compose myself. I was like, oh, shut up, you loser.
Female housemates, it's time to nominate. You will all remain in the room. Angie, you are first. Step into the chamber. Close the door behind you. Angie, you have 5 points to nominate 2 of the female housemates. Who do you nominate first? For how many points and why?
For 3 points, I'll nominate Estelle. The reason I'm doing this is because I didn't come into the house for competition, even though we're bed buddies and I like her a lot, I like all the girls a lot. It's just the decision is so difficult and I didn't come in for competition. I came in just to have fun, and I feel like there's been times where she initiated competition between the two of us, as well as, you know, was a little bit confrontational with a discussion. And honestly, I know it's not a great excuse, but right now, those girls, I love them and there's no good excuse for any of them to go. So that would be my first one.
Accepted. And Angie,
yeah.
Nominations are not excuses. You have 2 points remaining.
Okay.
Who do you nominate and why?
For 2 points, I'll nominate Shanae, and that is just because I feel like out of all of the girls, probably her and I have the least connection, and that's just because we live completely different lives. You know, I feel like outside this house, some of those girls I could definitely be friends with and have things in common with, and unfortunately she and I wouldn't probably be friends outside the house just because we don't have much in common except for the fact that we live at the Gold Coast together.
Accepted. That is all. You may return to your stool.
Thanks, big brother.
Stacey, your turn. Step into the chamber. Stacey,
Yeah.
you have 5 points to nominate 2 females. Who do you nominate first? For how many points and why?
Big Brother, I'd like to nominate Shanae for 3 points. Just simply to the fact that she I felt that she hasn't made an effort in regards to making an effort with any other of the girls, and particularly myself, and just put herself in the kitchen. And then when we're in the kitchen, she sort of has made it very much her own, and hasn't made me feel comfortable in there. Like, she cooks all the meals all the time and has to take charge, that, you know, sort of like that with the food, and doesn't sort
Accepted. You have 2 points remaining. Who do you nominate and why?
I'd like to nominate Estelle for 2 points, because I feel that she's really direct and quite abruptly rude sometimes when I'm trying to speak, and she thinks I'm a bit of an idiot. And also, when we were in the parlour trying to point out the boys' secrets, I was putting together that, you know, I thought that George was a millionaire, and then she was yapping on like a big foghorn so much, and I didn't get to state my point, and therefore, you know, that could have been a bit of a game changer. And I felt that if she wasn't talking so much and let me state my point, that that
Stacey,
yeah.
perhaps you should have interrupted her. However, your nomination is accepted. Return to your seat.
Thank you.
5 more girls still left to nominate. Who will be the first to face eviction? Remember, the housemates can decide who is nominated, but only you can vote to save them.
Layla. You have 5 points to nominate 2 of the female housemates sitting behind you.
Yep.
Who do you nominate first? For how many points and why?
I'm gonna nominate Estelle first, just because I get spoken over quite a lot when I'm trying to talk, and she made a comment yesterday about me and the girls, because we all think she's good looking and that all the guys fancy her, that we're gonna nominate her. So basically meaning that we're jealous, and we're not, and I'm not that type of girl. So it's awkward because I'm not a jealous type of girl, and I would never nominate somebody just because I think they're fair. Quite the opposite.
For how many points are you nominating her?
For 3.
Accepted. You have 2 points remaining. Who do you nominate and why?
And my second one for 2 points is it's gonna be Shanae, because it's because I want to make stuff in the kitchen and I can't because I get shouted at. Sorry.
Accepted. You may return to your seat. Zoe, step into the chamber. Zoe,
Yes, Big Brother.
you have 5 points to nominate 2 female housemates.
Yes.
Who do you nominate first? For how many points and why?
For 4 points, I nominate Estelle, because last night in the kitchen she made a comment about all of us girls voting for her just because she has been kissing Ryan. I think she maybe puts herself highly above the rest of us, and I don't really want to be around someone like that.
Accepted. You have 1 point remaining. Who do you nominate and why?
I nominate Sarah for 1 point. It's a pretty hard thing I've had to do, but I really find that she doesn't listen to anyone else's point of view when it comes to things such as animals. I've tried. I know that she's a vegetarian and she has strong feelings and a strong idea about animals and what goes on, but I just don't feel like she hears my side of things.
Accepted. You may return to your seat.
Thank you, Big Brother.
Sarah, enter the chamber. Sarah,
Hi, Big Brother.
you have 5 points to nominate 2 females. Who do you nominate first? For how many points and why?
Big Brother, this is really, really hard. And I feel really, really terrible, but the first person I'm going to nominate for 3 points. I'm sorry, I'm going to start crying if I keep going. I'm trying, sorry. Look, for 2 points, I nominate Layla. I just haven't, she rolls her eyes a lot and is quite derogative towards other people and myself. And maybe that's my fault for not maybe making a bigger effort.
Sarah, this may be hard for you, but it's part of the game.
Oh no, sorry, yeah, I'll keep going.
How many points are you nominating her for?
2 points.
Accepted. You have 3 points remaining. Who do you nominate and why?
I nominate 3 points to Angie. I believe she's playing the game really forcefully in a
Why?
really direct manner. She likes to get her story out but won't listen to anybody else's. And it is all part of the game, so maybe it's a strategic one for me, but it's also that she doesn't listen to other people.
Accepted. You may return to your seat.
Thanks, Big Brother.
Wow, really hard for the girls. 2 of them still to nominate, and the fate of all 7 hangs in the balance.